Hello and welcome again. This is Sean DeMint with Photo Solutions Market, and today we are talking about another series of designs for the next template series located at photosolutionsmarket.com. You can buy this collection as a full collection, or you can buy them all individually. That is the nice part about the new next edition. So we'll go through these real quick, and then at the end of this we'll have a special treat. I'm going to show you how to make a lightsaber out of a baseball bat, or in this case a softball bat. So to get started with, we'll just go through the different things that you're going to be able to get in this full collection, or again, like I said, you can buy these individually as well. But we're going to have first our horizontal memory mate. And what we did with this, and I'm going to show you how to do this at the end, is we actually took the team picture and dropped it in on the horizontal memory mate. But this is actually the horizontal memory mate right here. And this is got the crop lines. If you haven't watched any of the other videos from the next series yet, all of the 2:3 ratio canvases have an 8x10 crop line. So if you want to print this as an 8x10, you can keep everything inside of this crop area, and that way when you go to print it, if you're printing a 2x3, for example, a 4-foot by 6-foot banner, or if you're printing an 8x10, you don't have to redo the artwork if you keep everything inside of that you want to keep for the 8x10. So all of the 2:3 ratio templates have those guides. So this is the memory mate, and then next we have the just the team, and this is what we dropped in on that memory mate before. And then we have also the panoramic memory mate. These are being very popular lately. So we have the panoramic memory mate, and we have also just the panoramic standard team. Have you noticed that the theme runs through all of these different layouts so that you can make multiple different products that all have the same look and feel to them, and gives the players and parents a nice package of items here. So the next thing we get into is the individuals. Obviously you can use this as just a background by removing the text, or you can print it as a banner all the way up to a 4-foot by 6-foot, and this has double crop guides on it. The first one here in the middle is the 8x10, so if we're going to print this as an 8x10, that's where everything would sit when you crop it, and then the next one is for a 5x7. So if you want to make sure that you're good for all of your different sizes that you're going to print for your individuals, those guides here give you those options. So the next one we have is going to be the vertical memory mate, and the vertical memory mate is pretty much what it sounds like. It's like the horizontal memory mate, but we have it vertical. So we have the individual at the top, the team at the bottom, we have our name and number on the side, and all of this. And I'm sure you're wondering at this point, how do I make a lightsaber? That looks really hard. It's really not that hard at all. So what we're going to do here is I'm not going to do what I've done in the other videos where I show you how to put the team in and the reflection. Watch the other next videos and you'll see how to put the team in individually, make the reflections and things. Right now we're just going to focus on how do we make this lightsaber. So go ahead and close this one and we'll get to the template. So this is going to be the memory mate, the horizontal memory mate template as you get it. Obviously you're not going to get all of the players on there originally because those are part of a copyright, so we don't give those to you, but we do give you guides of where to put things. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to bring in a completed 8x10 because we're going to make that first memory mate that we saw. So I'm just going to get rid of all of these text layers and also the hue and saturation layer that was on there, because all of these text layers are on the team image. So the next thing we're going to do is bring in the team image that we've already completed using the team template. So all I'm going to do here is just bring in our completed one, drop it right onto the canvas, and it's going to probably come in full size. So we're just going to transform this. I'm holding down the Shift and Alt key to keep it in proportion. And because I want to make sure that this is going to fit inside of an 8x10, I'm not going to go farther than that. But if I knew I was going to print larger, I could probably make it bigger if I wanted to. But we're just going to go to the 8x10, put it right where we want it to go, right about there. Go ahead and apply that. And then what we'll do is just add some beveling to that. So we'll just double click over here in the no man's land is what I like to call it, of that layer. That'll bring up your layer styles. We'll just put a little bevel on that. We'll boost up the size of it, and then we'll put a drop shadow on that too. By clicking on drop shadow, bring the distance out, and bring the size out. There we go. Now if you wanted to, you could also put a stroke on it. If you wanted to put like a white stroke around it. Just like that. Personally, I don't like the white stroke too much, so we can just come over here and turn the eyeball off, and you can kind of play with that. But anyway, so let's get to how we make the lightsaber. So we're going to go ahead and click on our player's layer, and we're going to remove that layer. And let's go ahead and bring in our player. Now, depending on where the bat placement is and everything is going to make this either easier or more difficult. Pretty much you're going to be doing some editing here because the bat, obviously with the lightsaber, the bat goes outward where a lightsaber does not. It actually goes to a point. So what we're going to do is a little bit of editing here on this image. I'm going to go ahead and rasterize this image here once I got it to the size I want it. And of course some people, you can use a layer mask. I'm just going to show you the down and dirty way to do it here. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and remove, I'm going to make her a little darker. She was a little overexposed. There we go. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're just going to cut the bat right where it came off. And we're just going to get rid of it. Just like that. Now, here's where the easy part comes in. With a lightsaber, you got to have a handle. So we're just going to use the same handle that we had on the bat, which makes it look pretty cool because we have a bat handle with a lightsaber on it. So we're just going to go ahead and click around using the polygon lasso tool, and then we're going to use, I'm going to zoom back out, we're going to use the angle of the bat to go ahead and get to that point. Now your point may be a little off the canvas, that's okay, or you can make it shorter. We're just going to make a rounded tip on it, and then we're going to come back and complete that selection. At this point, we're just going to come down over here to the bottom and click on this little icon here to create a fill. We're going to do a solid color, and obviously this is where a lot of people go wrong when they make lightsabers. The lightsaber is white. The glow around it is where the color comes from. So when you put the color in, don't put what color you want to make it. You want to make the color of the lightsaber white. Okay? So we're going to do that first and say okay. Now what that's done is it's made a color fill for just white right here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and right click, or we could double click on this, and we're going to go to our outer glow, and this is where we're going to put the color in. So we're going to use a blue on this, and then we're just going to boost the size, and you can see there's our glow right there. Now you can pull up the spread a little bit if you want to, but honestly that's not the right look. You want it to be a glow, and you want it to be about the same width of the lightsaber. So you want that glow to go pretty good, and you also want to probably bring your opacity all the way up. Now at this point the lightsaber is too sharp, so what we need to do is go ahead and soften that a little bit. So we're just going to come up to our blur under filter, and we're just going to do a Gaussian blur, and you're just going to say okay to that, and then we're just going to play with this until it looks about right. There we go. Then we're going to say okay. And that is pretty much it, guys. It's really not that hard to make a lightsaber. And the cool part about it is you can make that any color you want by just going to the outer glow. Like, so let's say for example I wanted it to be a red one. There you go. There's a red one right there. And with this template, we'll go ahead and go with red. And we're going to say that this was supposed to be red. So with this template, there's a couple other things you can do to change colors. We've got down here at the bottom, We have a color overlay on the smoke, so we'll go ahead and change that over to red. And then we have another overlay on a texture down here at the bottom that we'll go ahead and change to red. Then we have these sparks, and these sparks you can move around, put them where they need to be. And we have a hue and saturation layer where we'll just click on the icon. It's a colorized, and we just pretty much move it to red. And then right down here at the bottom we also have another texture with another hue and saturation layer that's been colorized, and again we'll just move that to red. So obviously I'm not going to go through changing the entire team photo here for you, but you can see how easy it is to change the colors over to the team color that you want it to be, and you can pretty much make that lightsaber as whatever the color you want. And that's pretty much how we did all of the lightsabers here on all of these, was just deleting the bat and adding that layer. So that's pretty much it. So again, this is the Starz collection. You can get that at photosolutionsmarket.com. You can also buy them individually, or you can save money and buy them as a full set. Again, this is part of the next edition. Check out all of the other collections in the next edition at photosolutionsmarket.com. Again, my name is Sean DeMint, and until next time, have a great day.